Oh my goodness, guys, it's the Jeep Scrambler build. Let's talk about it. Well, alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Houston Kilby, and you're back here in the Kilby Motorsports shop, and we are working on the Jeep Scrambler. It has been a long time since we have touched this thing and since you guys have seen it in the videos. There's a couple of things that had happened. Our customer had some very bad health things that had popped up, and he had to stop making payments, and we had to work on other things until things got back together in good shape for him. Okay, thank goodness his health is doing in a lot better shape. I won't go into many details about that, but it was really bad, and you know, we were very lucky that he's still with us and he's still able to finish his project as well. And so that being said, the next few videos are going to be wide open and crazy on this Jeep. There's going to be a lot of things happening. I don't know how detailed the build videos will be, but we will definitely be doing a lot to this thing. So what all is going to be happening? There's going to be headers being built in this video. We are going to work through that. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a build process on that and a few tips and tricks, but I've really got to hammer down and really have to get a lot done. We're in a time crunch now with this build. It's really tough sometimes when you've got to kind of push one build over to a corner and then start another build and then back and forth and back and forth, and it really got things kind of in a chaotic mess in the shop here. But hopefully now we're back on path here. We can knock this thing out, and so let's talk about it. All right, so we need to build headers on this deal. Okay, first things first, we wanted to mock up our mufflers. Okay, I'll show you guys how we done this. You need a start and finish point when it comes to building a header. Okay, your start point, of course, is at the engine, right? This don't move, it's mounted down. That's your start point. You put your header flanges on there, your gasket on there, don't forget about that. And then where do you send it to? Well, we've done a couple of different things here. We made a few mounts, all right, basically pipe hangers to hang off of this existing chassis here. Okay, you guys have seen a couple of videos a long time ago. We tacked up our V-bands on our MagnaFlow mufflers here. Okay, stainless mufflers, very nice product from MagnaFlow. And I didn't have any 4-inch pipe here at the shop, but I did have some 4-inch PVC pipe, and that is what I'm using just as the mock-up as the muffler pipe. Okay, or exhaust pipe. We will end up putting like some turn downs on this or some turn outs, depending on what it looks like, but that's coming. Okay, so this will get a stainless 4-inch pipe welded to this muffler. Okay, so that is coming. All right, so now we've got the muffler mocked up on both sides. It's time to start laying out the headers and going from there. So we'll talk about that for a little bit, and some pictures and some video that I've got, and we'll keep on rocking. All right, guys. So I want to give a little bit of up close stuff on underneath here and what all we got going on these tube clamps here. We basically just took some pipe and sliced it in half, and then we just kind of got it clamped on to underneath of the chassis air. And I know you guys can see some welds that aren't finished up yet. Once the truck is all put together and everything's good to go, we will be pulling it back apart to weld everything up. So that's just kind of how we do these things. We are using a Race Mufflers LS header kit on this deal. So they send you a bunch of J-bends, and then we cut them up, and that's how we're making this whole header kit here. So we'll get on into this deal here, kick some butt, and you guys can kind of see us piecing these things together and making this deal come alive. So I think these things are looking pretty good, and you guys kind of get to see the whole weld process here. All right, so now we have our headers built and tacked up. Okay, I know we had some very quick, pictures and just, kind of flying through the whole header build process. but you know, we got to do what we got to do, and we got to hammer down here. So you know, we got these things put together here. They're all just tacked up, and you can see we've got hose clamps just kind of holding everything into place, keeping everything nice and strong and tethered together. Now it's time to actually start tacking this stuff up. We need to make sure we've got tacks at all four corners of this, you know, basically top, bottom, left, and right, okay? So meaning top, bottom, left, and right tack on all four corners of every piece that's on this except for the collectors, okay? We'll weld everything up except for the flanges here and the collectors, okay? The reason being is once we get as much welded up as we possibly can, we'll need to go back, cut this off, pull one tube off at a time, weld it all up, put it back on, tack it in, take the next one off, same process over and over again. And once we're done with that process, we'll be able to actually get all these tubes back on. Okay, once they're back on, we'll take it, put it on the Jeep, make sure everything's in good shape. Then we can weld the flanges all the way up, take it back off, weld the inside of the flanges up. So there's a lot of steps here, and you guys sit back, and we're gonna have a good time here doing it. When your little woman brings out tacos while you welding up some headers. Tacos looking good, babe. Alright, we just took the collector off. It just slipped off. Time to take this one loose. Finish welding the back side, alright? And we'll put the collector back on these three over here once I get this one off, so we can finish welding up these areas I can't get to the best I can. You want to weld up as much as you possibly can while this thing is together before you start finish welding up the individual tubes. So let's get after it, guys. Alrighty guys, at this step here, I'm just taking a wire wheel on our bench grinder and I'm just cleaning the tubes up. There's two reasons for this, for me personally. Number one, making sure all the welds look good and we don't have no bad spots. And number two, it just makes it look better. So let's keep on rocking here and we'll get to it. Alrighty guys, we got all of our tubes cleaned up and it's now to take this ensemble of craziness and get it mounted up in the Jeep. and then we can finally put our final welds on the flanges here, and we're going to be in good shape. So let's rock and roll here and get these headers put in. Pretty excited, guys. Alright guys, check it out. We got them burn things put in there. They are ready to put the final welds up here on the flanges. This is pretty much going to end out this video here. That's what's left to do. I've got some double checking of things I need to do here, but I wanted to end that video out here on this so you guys can kind of see what these things are going to look like. Right now I am kind of looking at two different things for putting the exhaust tips on. Right here where that PVC pipe is. I'm going to throw some pictures up of what I'm thinking about. You guys be sure to comment down below. I'm either thinking about welding some 4-inch pipe, stainless pipe to end of this stainless muffler. Okay, these are stainless MagnaFlow mufflers. Alright, and then putting a turn down on it. But I've seen that these Jones, Amy, what are you doing? You bombing my video right now. Anyways, little buddy, they do make some long tips that I'm thinking about just buying one of them. It's like 18 inches long and it's got a turn down on it, and that 18 inches puts us right past that clamp right there anyways, that pipe support. So I think it would look good and actually work out really good, and just have that tip where it aims out this way, almost like side pipes. And I think it would look really cool. You know, you could see this really nice collector here and all that stuff, and I think it'd look really nice and really cool. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna end that video out here, and we'll keep these things pumping out here. The next things that I'm gonna be working on is finalizing the steering box up here. We got to get it mounted. I've got a couple odds and ends things I'm doing there. We got to get our drive shafts ordered, just several little odds and ends things, and then we got to get our EGTs bungs put in these headers here on both sides, and then we can hook the EGTs up. And after that, guys, it's time to put the battery in it and see what this thing's going to do. So it's time to hammer down, get stuff done. Appreciate everybody for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and yeah, guys, let's get after it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to go over to KilbyMotorsports.com, where we've got all kinds of merch over there and all kinds of high performance products as well. And definitely a big shout out to our sponsors and partners. Till next time, you guys have a good one.